On your screen is a picture of Veronica Mowat, but affectionately called Chummy. A $10,000 award is being offered for any information leading to her being found. She's of an unsound mind. She's also dark in complexion, approximately 5 feet 7 inches tall. Veronica has been missing since January 18th, 2023. She was last seen wearing a floral blouse, a light brown skirt, a black Crocs, walking around in the vicinity of Lower Mountain View and Windward Road in Kingston. The last time she was spotted, she was speaking uncontrollably, and she has a tendency to abide in abandoned buildings or highly bushed areas. Now, any information that you may have, please contact 876-543-5171 or 876-377-9962 or 876-344-0085 or the nearest police station or police emergency 911. Yeah, man.
On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype, we make it take flight.
Yeah, man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Wednesday evening to each and every person out there tuning in to On The Spot News Media. Now, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we're going in Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps. We're going to kick it off this evening with some rather great news as the government's proposal to increase the mandatory minimum sentence for non-capital loss of life when it takes somebody's life. Yeah, man, the government's proposal to move it from 15 years to 45 years will not face any objection from the opposition. Now, leader of the opposition, Mark Golding, stated that the consensus would make a statement to society about these heinous crimes. So whilst indicated that his philosophy was to leave sentencing to judges, Golding asked Justice Minister Delroy Chuck on Tuesday whether he was also inclined to impose a mandatory sentence for gang-related crimes and lottery scamming, which of course gave rise to many lives being taken. Delroy Chuck, in a statement to Parliament moments earlier, stated that for sentences for life imprisonment for non-capital murder, is proposed that convicts not be eligible for parole before serving 40 years, up from 15 years. The minister said that he would shortly take a bill to Parliament that reflects the government's position on the proposed increased penalties. Delroy Chuck told parliamentary colleagues that with the recent passage of the Firearms Prohibition and Restriction Regulation Act for 2022, which stipulates a mandatory minimum sentence for illegal possession of firearms to 15 years, there was a need to adjust the minimum penalty for murder under the Offense Against the Persons Act. Delroy Chuck noted that Jamaica has the highest homicide rate of 43.85% per 100,000 people among 22 Latin American and Caribbean countries and has been characterized as the second most dangerous country in the world. The minister stated, and I quote, "A clear and unmistakable message must be sent to these potential Nakis and Clappies. and their wanton and heartless act will be met with disgust, repugnance, and a lengthy period of incarceration, end quote. And I definitely stand with the minister where this is concerned. Yeah, man, may I tell you, 15 years? No, that can't work. 45 years stone skin right now. So by now, my peeps, I'm pretty sure that some, if not all, have seen a rather disturbing viral video of inmates at a lockup in the parish of St. Ann, the Ocho Rios police lockup to be more specific. In that video, we could see inmates boiling water, hot water, and throwing it on another inmate who is alleged to be a man that enjoys the pleasure of another man. So he's one of them boogerman type of man there. And we have seen another part of the video where they use lighters to light plastic bottles, and what is being melted off that bottle, the flame, the hot plastic where melt off of the bottle, them use that and drop it in the man's back all over his body. We could have heard that man squealing and crying in excruciating pain. It was a rather disturbing video. So let's put aside the man's sexual orientation, because that is definitely of no concern. I am not in support of that lifestyle whatsoever. But we're now living in a world, as Bob Marley would have said, every man have a right to decide his own destiny. So if a man want that type of life there, as long as him not bring it to you, your youth, your friend, your family, him not trouble you with fit him dirty lifestyle, let him be. Now, those inmates has been arrested. Well, they were already in custody. So they have been formally charged for that crime. Now, 5 men who were allegedly seen in a video assaulting another inmate. The men have been charged with assault occasioning grievous bodily harm and unlawful wounding following the incident at the Ocho Rios police lockup on Thursday, January 19th. The men has since been identified as the Jario Taylor, age 33, otherwise called Duso of a Steertown, St. Ann address. The next man in question has been identified as Theoni Flemings, age 21. He's from a Islington, St. Mary address. The next man is known as Dale Douglas, age 32, of Colgate in St. Ann. The next man is identified as Richard Jackson, age 23, of a Hart Street address in Kingston. Last but definitely not least is Tajar Lynch of a Runaway Bay, St. Ann address. So reports are that between 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. an argument developed among the men. When the inmate was assaulted, he was taken to the hospital where he was treated and released back into the custody of the police. Now, my peeps, I think that was duly deserving of these criminal elements. You're already behind bars and you're still behind bars committing other crimes. What is that saying to us, members of Chan Public? That them all dirty kind of boy can't change. Some of them boy are irredeemable like Digicel Pints. So there is definitely some truth to the Jamaican saying that a leopard never changes its spot. In some of these cases, them boy, I tell you, cannot be saved. You have to just deal with them savage as much as what is meted out to us, the regular members of Chan Public. Yeah, man. So the last thing that we are going to talk about, my peeps, is Usain Bolt's money. On the Spot News Media has obtained copies of documents which appears to show just how Usain Bolt's account at Stocks and Securities Limited SSL was taken. Now, several of thousands of United States dollars or millions of Jamaican dollars were missing for the track star. One document confirms that Bolt's investment at SSL was under the business name Wellgen Limited. Wellgen's business address is noted as first floor, Bourbon Street, P.O. Box 1695 in St. Lucia. The document to register Wellgen Limited as a client of SSL bears the names and signatures of two individuals with close ties to Usain Bolt. The registration document was witnessed, reviewed, and approved by officials at the SSL on April 25th in 2012. Our news center will only reveal at this time the name of the SSL official who signed as a witness to the registration of Wellgen as a client, affixed her name as Jean Ann Panton. The documents arise even more questions about how client accounts were managed by SSL. They also raise the serious question of whether the sprint legend was betrayed by members of his inner circle. Now, the documents we have obtained don't just purport to show how the alleged fraud was perpetrated against Usain Bolt. They go further by providing granular details about how it was done. Now on your screen is the list of documents. So for those who want to read them, just screenshot it or pause and zoom and you will be able to read these documents. If you thought that Bolt's accounts had cash lying in it and that fraudsters simply remove the cash over time, you would have thought wrong. From the documents we have in hand, it shows that Bolt's investment was tied up in some of the world's most valuable stocks. The investments include blue chip stocks like Alphabet, which is the parent company of Google, Apple, Amazon, Berkshire, and Hathaway, and also Meta Platforms, the parent company for Facebook. Our documents shows 10 transactions between August 12th of 2021 and February 3 of 2022, where 191 units of the mentioned blue chip stocks were transferred from Bolt's account to another account at SSL. The documents shows the number and name of the recipient amount. The same account with the same name and number received all 10 transactions from Bolt account over the 6-month period. We will call that account TT using the initials of the name of the account. So who authorized the transactions of Bolt's blue chip stocks worth thousands of US dollars to the TT account? Well, one of the individuals who signed the document registering Bolt's account with SSL was the person who purportedly authorized all 10 transactions. That individual on July 13th, 2021, August 10, 2021, September 13th, 2021, September 27th of 2021, and February 1st of 2022 wrote 5 emails to Jean Ann Panton authorizing the transfer of Bolt's blue chip stocks to the account that we are referring to as TT. Now, curiously, none of those emails was sent to Jean Ann Panton's work email, that is jpanton at sslinvestment.com. Instead, all of them was sent to Jean Ann Panton's personal email, which is a Hotmail account. From the documents, it appears that those emails were forwarded to Panton's SSL email and then sent to what appears to be another one of her personal email addresses, this time to a Yahoo Mail account. In summary, instructions to transfer the blue chip stocks from Bolt's accounts to another account at SSL were bounced around 3 email accounts associated with Jean Ann Panton, only one of which was her official work email. Now, the 5 equity request forms used by Jean and Panton to facilitate the movement of Bolt's stock has a space where a service supervisor, head of sales, is supposed to sign and authorize the transactions. But whilst Panton's name appear on all 5 forms, none of them is signed by a service supervisor who is head of sales. So now we know for sure that Bolt had money in SSL, and we also know for sure who authorized it in conspiracy with Jean Ann Panton. Yeah, man. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as we continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.